guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley if you are new, and if you are new, please go ahead and stop what you're doing. Do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button as well as that notifications bell so that you and I can become acquainted and so we can do things like this on the regular. So essentially I'm coming in today with a video. I would consider it a tag topic or a tag video, if you will. As of lately, there has been a video tag going around, which is the top 5 bags that you would repurchase had you, I guess, lost all of your bags. So which 5 bags in your collection would you immediately attempt to repurchase if that scenario came up? So my girl Benita, who I think it's BB Prep, I'll have her name listed across the screen. One of my favorite YouTubers. So she did this video a couple of weeks ago, and I remember saying in her comments, this is a great topic. I think maybe Jeranika or Janae, somebody started it, but I remember vividly Benita doing it, and that is what inspired me to do it. So shout out to you, B. She's the one who I watched her video, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that tag. And let me also say, before we get into the videos, and before I get into my 5, I love tags. It reminds me of kind of old school YouTube, if you will, where a lot of people used to do like tags, or even on Instagram, like social media tags used to be a little bit more popular a couple of years ago. But I love the topic of I like social media tags or YouTube tags. So I think this is super cool, and I love that somebody started it and then all the other girls just kind of put out their videos as well. So let's bring back tagging. Let's bring that back to the YouTube streets, because when it was more popular years ago, I wasn't a YouTuber, but now I can participate, and this is my type of topic. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Which 5 bags would I repurchase for whatever reason if I were to lose all of my bags, God forbid, in a fire tomorrow or something like that? What would I repurchase? Now, disclaimer, I don't have nearly as many bags as I used to have. I sold a lot of bags, I would say probably around 2008, 2010, if you will. A lot of my archive pieces, and when I say that, it pains me to say that. Most of those things, like Jackie O's by Gucci, Horsebit, different products by Gucci, a lot of those archive pieces are back in style now. So the fact that Dior messenger bags, we're not even gonna get into it. So with that being said, my collection is very minimal now, but even within that, I have 5 bags to share with y'all. Let's get into it. So the first bag that I would absolutely have to repurchase, and we'll consider it a bag because it is it's like a convertible, it's like a versatile piece. However, technically it is not a bag. I use it as like a clutch, or like a bag inside of a bag, or even as, like I said, a clutch, but technically it is supposed to be for like your mini laptop, like a 13-inch laptop. And if you know, you know, you already know what I'm talking about, and that is none other than my prized Chanel O case. Y'all, when I say I'm obsessed with this, I'm obsessed with this. And if you know me, you already know. I rarely leave home without her. I don't typically, sometimes I carry her as a clutch, but for the most part, she is a bag inside of a bag that contains a lot of other little accoutrements and SOGs. But anyway, this is an item that I would absolutely have to repurchase because I am 100% obsessed with it. I purchased this probably back in 2015, maybe 2014, probably 2015. So I've been having this for about 8 years. As you can see, this is the old Caviar. This is when Carl was still alive and well. And this is when the Caviar and the craftsmanship, this is when the quality and the materials on Chanel pieces was A1. This isn't like this. It's nowhere near that level of quality these days, even though the price is probably 5 times as much. But y'all, when I tell you I absolutely love this piece. So she is black caviar leather with gold hardware. Of course, she has the signature burgundy, and as you can see, there's stuff in there because I literally just pulled this out of my tote. So she has the typical burgundy Chanel lining. and this is a large size. So like I said, this is technically intended for a laptop, like a 13-inch MacBook. But of course, who's gonna carry it for, who's gonna use it for that? Sometimes I do actually. Sometimes when I'm traveling, when I'm carrying my laptop with me, I will definitely put my laptop in this, but I just love it. The quality is A1, the caviar leather is unmatched, and if I had to do it all over again, I would have to get this. And I actually would not mind having this in probably another color, like a navy or green or something like that. But she would be number 1 on the top 5 repurchase list. A second bag that I would repurchase if I had to do it all over again would definitely be my Goyard St. Louis GM totes. So I have it in this classic black with the brown tan lining. This is the GM, and then of course I have it in a green color as well as you. But yeah, I would absolutely repurchase this. Now, let me say this. These bags are controversial. If you know, you know. And when I say that because this bag isn't even a new bag. Like, this is probably purchased, again, maybe in 2015, 2016, something like that. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to y'all and say that the quality is A1 on these Goyard totes, because they are not. The quality is not A1. They are not. A lot of people compare them to the Neverfull, but there is no comparison, because the Neverfull can hold more and it is not as delicate. These bags are not intended to carry a lot of stuff. It is not. That's not the purpose of this bag. Technically, from what I remember, I think that they were intended to be beach bags. So they have like your beach towel, maybe your water bottle, that sort of thing, but they're not really intended to be handbags for everyday use. But of course, we gonna use it for what we need to use it for. But they definitely are a little fragile, in my opinion. You cannot overload these bags, and they do have the tendency to get holes on the side of the bag, and that is just keeping it 100% real with y'all. However, I still love it. Primarily because it's my first Goyard piece, and I love Goyard. Goyard is probably my 3rd favorite fashion house. So I just love how it's one of those if you know, you know type brands. You don't really know. Some people don't have a clue what it is, and I like that about Goyard. And I feel like it's a little bit more exclusive because they don't have e-commerce, so you can't buy it online, etc. So and I love their logo, and I love what the house stands for. It's a family-owned brand, always has been family-owned, and they're very particular about how many pieces you purchase, because they are very much against counterfeit, etc. I can go on and on and on. And ultimately, I just like these bags. So yeah, if I had to do it all over again, I would definitely repurchase my Goyard St. Louis GM tote. Keeping it in the tote family, you already know. If I had to do it all over again and repurchase a bag number 3 would definitely be a bag that I never ever carry. However, I would still repurchase it, and this is none other than my girl. She has seen better days, but this is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM. Y'all, this one is like circa 2008, 2007, like damn near when they first came out, when they still had this for the interior. Yeah, that's how old this bag is. And the reason why I said I would repurchase it, even though I literally cannot tell you the last time I carried this Neverfull, and I also have it in Daimier, Ebene, I think is how you say it, but it's because of the quality of this bag. Literally, I remember the advertisement when they first came out. They said that each strap, if I'm not mistaken, can carry up to 225 pounds. Like, I know I just talked about the Goyard St. Louis GM. This is so much sturdier. Now, I know a lot of people say that these bags are quote unquote basic bags, starter bags. I can care less. The quality of these bags in particular that have this lining are A1. This bag is never, I don't give a damn if you put a bowling ball that is in this bag, it's not gonna break. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this bag other than the patina, which I love because it's so old. Like, this bag is damn near 20 years old. One of my first Louis bags, or my classic. I think that everybody, no matter what level of life you're in, even if you're like a Birkin girl, a Kelly girl, you got several Hermes bags, several Chanel bags, whatever the case may be. You either have this in your collection initially and you still have it, or you got rid of it, but ultimately this bag is to be respected because the quality is A1 and it's just an amazing travel bag slash work bag. So if I had to do it all over again, I would absolutely purchase it, but at the price they are now, they're like 3 times the amount that I paid. I paid like $750 for this back in the day. Yeah, maybe not, but most likely if it's guaranteed to be a good quality bag, so definitely would be on the repurchase list. So moving right along, the next bag that I would definitely repurchase if I were to need to start over from scratch would be another archive piece. If you know me, then you know that I love an archive, vintage, classic piece of fashion, whether it's a bag, a coat, a shoe, whatever. So one of my favorite archive pieces in a handbag that I would absolutely have to repurchase would be none other than my big girl. So this is the Balenciaga Weekender. So this is the Balenciaga Weekender with giant gold hardware. Giant gold hardware. So this is, of course, pre-Demna and all the existing, or all of the current or the previous Balenciaga drama and controversy. This, of course, is very much pre that. I think this is when Nicolas Gasquet was the creative director. Don't quote me on that, but this is definitely a bag from like 2009, I think. Y'all, first of all, the quality of Balenciaga's Italian leather is unmatched. Specifically for archive pieces like this one. This bag is like 14 years old. She's amazing. I purchased, first of all, she has no scratches. And this is lambskin. This is their lambskin leather. This is not an embossed or textured leather. This is a soft, I can go on and on and on. But not only is this leather amazing, but the hardware. Hold on, I'm getting excited. Do you see the hardware on this bag? The giant gold Balenciaga hardware. If you know, you know. If you remember, you remember. Girl. But anyway, black Balenciaga Weekender, which is their largest tote. She's huge, girl. They have a work bag. Of course, they have the city bag, which is like their average size bag. And then there was the work bag, which was like, you know, a little bit larger. But then they had the Weekender, which is technically supposed to be, again, like a Weekender, like a travel bag. Do you see her? Quality is unmatched. This is an archive bag that still has the mirror. Again, if you know, you know, honey, you remember. Do you remember? Now my mirror has detached itself, but do you remember when the Balenciaga bags came with mirrors? Like, you can't talk to me about, I don't care if you love it or not. Like, you cannot, she's on the list. Then the last bag that I would absolutely need to repurchase, if I could even find it, because again, in true Ashley fashion, it is an archive piece and it's very difficult to find this on the market. However, it's a vintage piece and mama loves it. And it's none other, and this is circa Karl Lagerfeld. If you can see a connection here, Karl he was unmatched as a creative director for not only Chanel, but also Fendi. And with that being said, I would be remiss if I did not have a Fendi piece from Karl's era included in this. And it is none other than my Fendi vintage Zucca travel bag. Now, back in the day, this was considered a travel bag, but it is most certainly a handbag. I never carried it as a travel bag because it's large, but it ain't like so damn big. It's not like a freaking Keeball or anything like that, but I absolutely love this. First of all, I love Fendi's Zucca print. I absolutely love it. I love it that it has this brown leather on it. Look at the handles. The brown leather is here. I want to say this bag is like circa 07. I just absolutely love it. And it's a bag that is a conversation starter. What's going on? Where did you get this bag? Is this a new bag? You can't tell if she's new or if she's old. I mean, obviously, you know that they don't do it like this no more, but I just love it. I love the design on it. I love the quality. And like I said, more importantly, I love the fact that this is one of Karl's pieces, honey. So I would definitely repurchase foods. My top 5 or the 5 bags that I would repurchase should I have lost all my other bags. I don't even like to put that out in the air and the ether because we ain't trying to have no mishaps where we're losing stuff. But I definitely enjoyed the tag. If content creator and you have not participated in this tag, I'm tagging you right now, girl, because I would love to see the pieces that you would want to repurchase. Bags would you just absolutely have to repurchase or have in your collection? If that were the case, please comment down below, let me know. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, don't forget again to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys and dolls in the next vlog.